All right. Hello, hello. Lay down, please. Today's class is going to be lots of stretching, and hopefully you're excited for that. Plant your feet on the floor. Good. All right, and then place one hand to your heart, one hand to your navel. Take a deep exhale out. Let all your air go. Nice. Inhale in. Audible exhale, release. Good. Inhale, breathe. Fill up the rib cage, the belly. Cleansing exhale, let it go. Feel the sacrum on the floor, the shoulders. Keep breathing here. And then with every exhale, just open out your mouth, just let the air out. Making sure you're breathing in through the nose and exhaling out the mouth. And just a few more here. Let your eyebrows soften. Maybe invite a genuine smile through your face, just allowing yourself to ground. Thank yourself for making some time today for your yoga practice. Good. Inhale, stretch the arms up and back. And then hug only your right knee into your chest as you extend the left leg long. So bring your right knee as close as you can to your body. Once you're there, just rotate the right ankle. So very kind of like gentle start here. Rotate the right ankle one way, the other. Keep hugging your right knee into your chest. Very good. And then from here, walk your hands up to your calf area and then just start to pull up into your chest with the right leg. So very gentle. On the inhale, hug your right knee into your chest. Good, promoting digestion. On the exhale, straighten through the right leg. One more time. Inhale, knee in. Exhale, extend. Nice. And then right away, figure four, right ankle to left thigh. Bring your left thigh into your chest as you hang your left calf in space. So thread the needle through that left thigh. And then allow your chin to tuck under here so you can really feel that right side hip stretch. Deepen the breath, perhaps flex both of your feet. Good, right away, extend the left leg to the sky and keep that figure four shape. So now you're getting into the left hamstring as well. If you're doing this, just make sure your whole back is laying down, the back of the head as well. Just a few more moments there. Awesome. Let the hands go, but keep the legs. Let everything go down to the floor. And then find a tree pose with your right foot into your left thigh. One hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. So in this like tree pose, just let that feeling settle of your stomach. Try to make a connection with your right thigh and your left, or right foot and your left thigh. Good. On an inhale, extend the right arm to the side and then place your left hand onto your right thigh. Then do the supine twist. So hold on to your right outer knee. Very gently guide yourself into a supine twist. Look to the right. You can feel this maybe in the low back, perhaps in the outer hip, definitely in the spine. Awesome. Inhale, center. Hug both knees into your chest. Take a moment. And then replace both of your feet on the ground. Inhale the arms up and back. And then lift your hips up for a bridge. Arms up and back towards onto the floor, and then lift your hips for bridge. And then look down, straight down towards your belly button. Good, keep breathing. And then slowly release onto your back. Other side, hug your left knee in and extend your right leg long. Once you're there, flex and rotate through your left ankle. And then feeling kind of, maybe there's tension in your ankle, just kind of loosen up here. Try to relax your shoulders. Try to slow down your thoughts. Make sure you're going the other direction there with your ankle. And now on the next inhale, walk your hands up to your left calf as you gently draw your left thigh towards your chest. So very, very gentle. You can maintain a little bend in that left knee. Yeah, nice, Kelsey. Just breathe, feeling kind of the hug of your left thigh to your left side midsection. On the inhale, bend the left knee. On the exhale, extend straight up. Nice. Inhale, bend your left knee. Exhale, extend. Good. One more time. Inhale, bend. Kind of gently pull onto your left knee. Good. Exhale, extend. And then right away into your figure four. Bring your left ankle to your right thigh. Float your right leg in space and then interlace your hands along your right thigh. Flex both of your feet here. For more relaxation, tuck the chin into your chest. So you really want the back of the neck really nice and long there. And elongate through your neck muscles. Keep drawing your right thigh in as you use your left elbow to press your left thigh away. And then sink into that feeling in the outer hip. And just guiding yourself to the depth that you wish so you can keep pulling your right thigh closer. Nice, looking good. And then everyone please straighten the right leg all the way up. And notice if there's been any change in the pose. Maybe you feel this more in the right hamstring. Flex your right foot for that added kind of sensation. Imagine yourself a little bit like longer into the spine, so tailbone travels further down towards the bottom of your mat. Awesome. And then slowly just release the hands, keep the legs, lower the both of your legs down, and then find your tree pose here. So one hand to your laying down tree pose, one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And then hopefully your left knee is all the way out so that your entire left thigh and left hamstring rests onto the mat. And so you can pull your left heel all the way up towards the groin to deepen that sensation. Otherwise, you can have it closer towards your knee. Very good. And then from here, inhale, extend the left arm to the side. Take a hold of your left thigh with your right hand and then gently guide yourself into a supine twist. Yeah. Try to rest both of your shoulder blades onto the mat here. Deep breaths. Your left knee does not touch the ground here. Good. Inhale, center. Plant both of your feet back down. Take the arms up and back. Rest the forearms and then lift your hips for a second bridge. Parallel your knees, parallel your thighs. Try your best to either look up or look down towards your knee. You can't see your knee here, but keep lifting through the pelvis. Nice. On the exhale, coordinate, lower the hips and bring the arms down your sides like a snow angel, and then right away into your butterfly legs or supine Supta Baddha Konasana. So feet together, knees out wide. Place one hand or both hands on the insides of your thighs. So kind of using the heaviness of your hands to relax further into the ground. Just take a few breaths there. Another option is you can feel free to interlace your hands, your elbows behind you. So forming like an infinity pose here. Holding onto the elbows, really letting yourself rest. Again, activating your digestion, helping your body relax. One more breath. Good. Exhale, hands to your knees, close them like a book. Widen your feet and bring your knees together. So feet as wide as your mat, knees together. Take the arms out to a T again. Good. When you're ready, bring both of your knees to the right like a windshield wiper. Nice. Try to really relax your left hip flexor and then take both knees over to the left. Hopefully now releasing through your lumbar. Good. Keep moving right and left here. Deep breaths, allowing this lower back twist. Good. One more to the right. Nice, and then one more to the left. Once you get to the left, just turn your whole body so you're in fetal position, laying down to the left side. Again, promoting more relaxation, and then inhale, guide yourself up to your tabletop. Bring yourself onto all fours. Good. And then on the inhale, lift yourself up for cow pose. Exhale, round your spine, curl in, sit down into your child's pose. Again, inhale, rise to table. Continue to inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And then complete the exhale all the way back to child's pose. So keep going. Inhale, table. Rest the inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Rest of the exhale to child. So keep going with this breath. Inhale. All the way up to cow. Subtle movements. Exhale, round. All the way down to child's. When you arrive in child's pose, just rest your forehead. Wiggle your hips side to side. Just get really nice and cozy here. Extend the arms further. What you'll do here is you'll bend just the right elbow. Take your right hand to your shoulder blade and then take your left hand around. Bend your left elbow and just bend like you're gonna hold on to both of your, or to your fingertips, but it's not gonna reach. So you're gonna do this pose in child's pose, right? So if that hurts you at all, just modify. Allow your chest to kind of sink down, stretching here through the right tricep, finding that internal rotation through the left shoulder joint. One more breath. And release. Good. Both hands forward. Look up. Little bit of a cow pose in child's pose. So like kind of arch your back here. Let the hips sink down. Good. Exhale back down, child's. Other side. Bend your left elbow. Take a hold of the left side of your shoulder blade, whatever you can reach. On the inhale, circle the right hand back. Face the right hand to the sky, to the ceiling, and then kind of nuzzle. That's not a word. Hug your right elbow into your right rib cage. Good. Breathe. Embrace that opening of that left tricep, and then making sure there's no pain in that right shoulder. Just a few more breaths here, releasing through the triceps. Good. Nice. Inhale, extend both arms forward. Again, that little baby cow in child's pose. Good. And then exhale, thread the needle in child's pose, but take the right hand underneath the left arm. So now I'd like you to please leave your head off the ground, and then try to find a place where you can feel that right trap start to release. So if that means you need to plant your right hand, you might need to do that, or keep the palm open. So try to release through that right side shoulder blade, right side trap muscles. Keep stretching through your neck. Okay, so you're in child's pose, you're in thread the needle, right arm underneath left. And just try to create some space there. This is most effective if your head is off the ground, so you can really maneuver your trap to release. Good. Inhale back to center. Lift yourself up onto your seat just for a moment. Interlace the hands behind you, and then find your seated back bend. Look up. Exhale, gently release back down. Good. Right hand down. And then right away, left hand threads the needle through. Like I said, try to keep your head off the floor so that you can really get into your inner shoulder muscles. Allow your knees to have enough space so your midsection can go in between the knees, or in between the thighs. Maintain your steady breath as you keep looking to the right, kind of exploring any tightness there through the neck. You can look up, you can look down. Holding here, kind of acting like almost like a little bit of yin inspired, where you hold the poses for a little bit longer. Good. And then inhale, release. Sit onto your heels again, rise up. This time, inhale the arms overhead. Take the left hand down to the mat and find a gentle right side bend to the right. Towards the left, but using your right hand. Good. And release your right hand to the ground. Again, left arm up and over. Nice, very good. Good. And release. This time, let the legs go through in front of your space. Bend your knees. All right. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, take a seated twist to the left. Keep pulling your left thigh up here as you twist. And then Kelsey, bring your sternum forward a little bit more. Yeah. Good. Nice, Parker. Inhale, seated, arms up. Exhale, seated twist to the right. Imagine that your thighs, your knees are, you know when you put the magnets on the same poles, they like go away from each other, so imagine that's happening. for your knees. Good. Inhale, center. On the exhale, move your feet a little bit forward and gently high five the tops of your feet. So just rest. Depending on how long your arms are, you might be further away past your toes. Maybe you can high five the mat in front of your feet. Let your chin tuck into the center line. Just let yourself kind of fold. Almost like a little doll that was folded over. Yes, good. And then when you can, you'll start to extend the legs in a V shape and then start to fold. But if you want, you can still keep the knees a little bent so that you're not super, extending those hamstrings. So kind of feel it out. What feels good to you right now? Try to find a forward fold that feels comfortable. I am currently supporting the calves, so that's something you can do, or you can support your ankles so that your elbows can rest on the floor here. So think of this less of a hamstring stretch, but more of a low back release. Deep breaths. Good. And then as you're here, look up a little bit, find a small cow pose. Good. And then exhale, look to the right, up to the ceiling, as much as you can. Okay, so we are now getting into the neck, a little bit more into that hamstring. Hopefully you can feel this. Good. Inhale back, reset to center. And then exhale, look up all the way to the left. So think of this like a self-massage here. Keep looking up. Good. A few more breaths. And good. Back to center. Lift yourself up into your seat. Find a seated back bend. Point your toes so that you can kind of like release that tension. And upright yourself. Good. Hug your right knee into your chest now, adding on. So with your right knee, right foot exactly where it is, lift the left arm up and then hug your left leg into your chest. So hand, thigh, everything as you twist over to the right. All right, good. Inhale, center. Widen your legs, but keep that right knee bent. This time, right arm up to the sky. And then what you'll do is you'll try to reach forward, right? And when you can't reach any more forward, wrap your right tricep in front of your right shin. So let me show you this side view so you can see better. So you're here. All right, so this is an Ashtanga kind of seated pose. And then like in child's pose, you can connect, right? So right hand will hold onto the left wrist. There we go. And then you can, up to you, flex or point the toes. I like that feeling of it being flexed so you can get the added hamstring. Fold, breathe. If it feels good, you can kind of try to bring the forehead to the shin. Otherwise, just lift your head back. All right, so depending on, yeah, good, Kelsey. Depending on what feels better, you can kind of lean the chest forward instead of rounding at the neck. Hold here for a few more breaths. And mindfully in this pose, observe your right seat ideally is not on the floor. If it's on the floor, it's going to be harder to fold forward. So you can let that right seat lift. Yeah. Try to see if that adjustment works. Good. Inhale, rise, release your bind. Lower down to the elbows like a reverse Sphinx pose. and lift. Look up. Reverse. Good. Exhale. Right back up. Switch sides. Extend the right leg. Bend your left knee. Sit up tall. Inhale, reach right arm up. And then hug your left thigh into your body here as you gently twist. Feel that right toes flexing to the sky. Yeah, gently rotating through the spine here. Again, compressing those left lower organs. One more breath. Back to center. All right, good. Then reset. Widen your feet a little bit wider. Lift your left arm up. Reach it as far forward, forward, forward. Good. When you can't reach anymore, you'll start to bend the left elbow. Yes, and then connect. So I'm going to flip around so you can see. Good, good, you guys. So this is your bind. Guiding yourself into this right hamstring stretch, left hip stretch. You are kind of compressing all your internal organs, just making everything move internally. Keep flexing those right toes. Get into that right hamstring. And then up to you if you want to look left. That feels good usually. If you want to look down. Just kind of feel it out a little bit longer into that right hamstring. Activate your right quad. Yeah, so sometimes it does require holding it a little longer to let those muscles release. And then slowly unwind yourself. Inhale, arms up. Reverse Sphinx pose, lower the elbows to the ground. And elevate the rib cage. Lift, look up. Good, and lift yourself up. Good, feet together, knees out wide, Supta Baddha Konasana. And then push yourself forward with your fingertips. Sit up taller. And take a hold of the ankles. Inhale, breath, chest expansion. On the exhale, fold forward. So we did this laying down, a little bit of a preview, and then now you can kind of invite yourself into the depth of this pose. And then if it feels nice, you can separate your toes and then open up the soles of your feet to the ceiling, so only the outer edges of your feet are touching. Yeah, very good, Parker. Nice, you guys. And then no worries, however forward you are, just listen to your body and what feels nice right now. Very, very good. Inhale, rise. All right, so we're gonna add on. Earlier, we extend the left leg. Earlier, we kind of loosened up this right ankle. Remember when we were laying down? Now we're gonna find a half lotus. So find your half lotus. Right side of your foot will go on top of your left thigh. If you have any right knee injuries, just do your tree pose. Okay, so now that you're there in like half lotus legs, just massage your left quad with the top of your right foot. So see if that can work for you. Sometimes, like if your bones are very pointy, this ankle bone, it could hurt your quad when you go forward. So just kind of find a spot where it feels nice. Good. Inhale the right hand to the sky, follow the gaze up. Exhale into a forward fold lotus. Both hands to the ground here. So like I said, if this kind of reaches your quad, you might have to adjust it so that the bony part of the ankle isn't touching. If this really doesn't work, you can just do a figure 4 forward fold or a tree pose forward fold. Good, one more breath. Inhale, rise. And then take a seated twist, the right hand to your left shin, and go ahead and twist there. Good. Release back to center just for a moment, bend your left knee, and go into this lotus / left knee pose, and then just look up. So this is kind of getting into this right hip. Yeah, very nice, you guys. This is a position our hip isn't in a lot. Good, and relax. Take a hold of the right leg, extend it forward, and then start to swing that right leg side to side. Nice, Leslie. Good core strength, you guys. And let that right leg go. All right, and then place your left foot in, tree variation, side bend, left arm up and over. Just a counter stretch. Lift your left rib cage, stack it over the right, please. Good, and then exhale, fold all the way down to your shin. Hopefully you can reach your toes here. If not, just keep stretching. Depending on how open that right hamstring is, you might even be able to touch your chin down to your leg. And then in this stretch, we're going to hold it for a few more breaths. Try to relax your neck and your traps. So try not to hunch forward. You're really just letting gravity bring you closer to the ground here. And nice, release, lift. Extend the left leg. Doing good so far. All right. Sit up tall and then just find a counter stretch. Lift your chest, look up. And exhale, bend the left knee. Going in for your left side half lotus. So again, you can roll the left ankle. Good. Once you're ready, place your left foot as far up your hip as you would like. So just kind of feel it out. And then once you're there, start to massage your right thigh with your left foot. And then once again, if your left ankle bone is very sharp, just you have to adjust so that it's not digging into your quad muscle. Although that could feel nice. It's like a pressure point, like massage. All right, good. And then find your lotus position that you want to keep. Sit up tall. And then take your left hand to your right thigh. Find your lotus twist. It's not super big of a twist, just kind of guiding yourself into it. Breathe. Very nice. And then inhale up. Lift your left arm overhead. Getting ready for our big lotus forward fold. Going all the way down to the floor. Nice. Hopefully you will notice that your right hamstring has released a little bit more. Again, other variations, instead of lotus, you can do figure 4 forward fold or tree variation. If you feel uncomfortable, that just means that your hips can continue to open, so lot more hip openers. Maybe hamstrings need some stretching. If you're very comfortable here, that means your hips are pretty open, hamstrings, and low back. 2 more breaths. Sometimes these things are genetic too. Inhale, sit up. Take a hold of your left foot, please. Extend. And start to windshield wiper your left leg side to side. So some people have really kind of good fast twitch muscles that they can run really fast. I wasn't blessed with that gene, that muscular gene. But then some people have more flexibility than others. It's very, like, we're all very unique. All right, good. Let that left foot go. Bring your right foot in. Let's do a tree variation. Sit up tall. Inhale the right arm up, and then take your side bend. So I think Kelsey might have that runner's gene. I have another friend. She'll run like 13 miles on regular Saturday. Just like Kelsey, it's like, that's a half marathon, you guys. For this one, your right seat can be lifted or it can be down, just depending, and then just try to stack your right rib cage. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bow forward towards the leg, and then now you can really get into it. So whole left chest, or whole chest goes forward. You're breathing into that stretch here. This one is prioritizing the hamstring. So just notice where you feel this more. Like, is it the low back? Is it the hamstrings? Just a few more breaths. We're gonna hold it a little longer, letting that underneath the leg release. And wherever you are, just make sure you're breathing really deeply. And then slowly lift up, come back to the lotus. Forgot this. So place your left foot in lotus, into the right thigh, bend your right knee, and then just look up. So this is like a very unique positioning. There's this pose in Ashtanga. I'll just show you real quick, but we're not gonna do it. But you reach forward and then you do that bind in the lotus. It's very, very bindy. Look up. Nice. And release. This time, both legs out to a V. Lift the arms. Inhale. And then exhale, fold. Nice. Now, hopefully, a little bit more spacious, right? Maybe your elbows can touch the floor. It feels nice. If you have a pillow nearby, you can put a pillow or bolster just underneath your chest here, underneath your belly. A little bit of support. Otherwise, if you're already on the ground, that's fine. One more breath. Inhale, lift. Counter stretch, point the toes, back bend. We're gonna try something fun. So now, please rotate onto the wide side of your mat. Bend your knees, lift the arms up, and place your elbows onto the ground. Maybe you can just high five your hands like this. You can support your chin. Think of you're kind of like doing like a spider. You look like a little bit of a spider here. And then just kind of relax the hips. Right? So we are going to build towards, I never can say this, tortoise. So that I grew up in the Philippines, so English is my second language, but I can never say that word. All right, just settle here for a few more moments. Well, we learned both at the same time. All right, lift the right arm up. We learned both English and Tagalog at the same time. And then take the right arm underneath the right leg. Okay? Other side, lift the left arm. Try to relax, and then take it underneath. And you could stay here, right? Because then now you're feeling good. Or if you want to get into it, yes, extend the legs. All right, listen. Forehead down. Whew. This is a very good pose, very deep, but don't worry if you're not able to go all the way to the ground. Just keep those knees bent. And then if someone had like a top view camera showing this pose, you would just be like your legs are crossing your arms essentially. How we doing? Good, that's good, Kelsey. Nice. Yeah, just keep working on that. And then, good, Melissa, that's awesome. It's a very grounding pose. Just a few more breaths, try to hold it. I've always wanted to do this in our class, but there's a lot of kind of like warm up that needs to be done to be able to get to it. So we're doing that now. All right, to get out of it, lift, bend your knees, lift, and then, whew, good. All right, shake it out, shake the legs. That's very impressive. All right, we're gonna do it one more time, but in between, let's go for a boat pose. So lift your knees. Maybe you can lift the legs. We did a ton of hamstring stretches. Maybe your boat is upright. Find that core control, you guys. Nice, and rest. Good. Feet together, forward, and then go for seated cow, seated cat. A few more. Inhale, seated cow, seated cat. I believe the Sanskrit name for the pose we just did is Kurmasana. I could pronounce that easier. All right, second round, you have an option. So your option, if you didn't like that, you can go into prone frog. So it's essentially like the same thing, except you're on your knees. It's a little different actually, but all right. Or if you're gonna come to this pose, Kurmasana. All right, again, start out with your knees bent. I'm gonna show the side view now. Lift the arms up. Place your elbows down, and then maybe you're just holding onto your chin like this, looking straight down, letting those knees open up, letting your hips open up. Blocks are nice for this because you can put your elbows on blocks so you're higher up, right? All right, and then if you want to go for it, take one arm, thread it underneath, just make sure your joints are good. So try not to lock out your joints. Other arm underneath, right? You can stay here bent, or to go in for the full pose, you're gonna extend the legs and then eventually go all the way down. And then you can even relax the toes so you're like folded in that full pose. So this is one of the poses in Ashtanga primary series. So a few more breaths. Just check on our time. Oh, awesome. Wow, very good. Keep going. This is our peak pose. And then to get out of it, inhale and rise. Bend the knees. All right, we got a bonus pose. Take the hands up. From here, crow. Crow or firefly. Because your inner thighs and hips are so open, you can try for firefly or just go for crow. This is, our class today hasn't been very power based. We're not doing a ton of hand stuff, but you will find that you are pretty warmed up for this if you want to try it. Otherwise, you're here in child's pose. Nice. Very, very good. Good, Kelsey. Keep breathing. Try it, Parker. Try going firefly to crow if you can. So legs out and then bend the knees back. That might be a fun. Okay, good. If you're slippery, that will definitely get you. It's looking strong, Leslie. Very good. Nice. Take a moment to play, and then when you're done, child's pose. You guys are awesome. This is making my day right now. Fold. And then rise up, getting into our hips the other way. Inhale the right leg up and back. Shake it out. That was a very, very big pose. Like I said, I've always wanted to teach that one for this class. But it takes a while to get the hamstrings really warmed up to be able to do that. And then go ahead for pigeon pose. Check in, how you doing? So we did like inner thighs rotation of the hip, but now this is like outer hip glute. Try not to tense up the traps here and undo the work that we just did, although I know I'm going to probably go back to work. I always need to work on the shoulder thing. So when you're working, just try to lift for your posture muscles. Good. Settle in a little bit deeper here. Bring your right heel closer to your groin just a bit. Inhale, rise. And then lift your left arm up. Go ahead, thread the needle to the right. Left arm up, thread the needle. You can even do a bind with the right hand, but don't worry if that doesn't feel nice. It deepens that hip opener. Good. Inhale, rise. Tuck the left toes. We haven't done a down dog in class today, so first one, shake it out, three-legged dog. I always like kind of changing it up because it's easy for our bodies to get very used to certain movements. Lower the knees. Good. Lift the left leg. Shake it out. Guide your left leg through into your pigeon pose. Scoot the right knee back. You can go down to the forearms. And then just observe again this hip feeling, outer hip. Try to straighten out that right ankle, the right foot behind you. Inhale, hands to the ground. Just bring that left heel closer to the groin area. Send the right arm up. Exhale. Thread the needle. And then if you did that half bind, that's really deep for the hips. Just be aware. Try not to hold the breath in any pose. And very nice. Slowly inhale. All right, tuck the right toe, send the left leg up. Shake it out. And then we're gonna end class before we go to Shavasana. We're gonna do one down dog, just ground. Exhale out through the mouth, let it go. Again. Exhale out. Any final poses you wish to do, you're invited to do it now. If you feel like a headstand will round out your practice, you can. Otherwise, you're going to lay down. All the way down. Good. Feet on the floor. And then knees up to the sky, arms by your sides. And before we go to our Shavasana, just feel how you're doing. So we started out with this pose. Just notice any changes. One more inhale, lift the hips for bridge. Good. And then exhale into your Shavasana. Just let everything go. Legs, arms, shoulders. Fingers and toes. Another option for your Shavasana, you can bring the feet together, knees out wide. So that's up to you. Relax your face, relax your jaw. Allow your mind to expand. Let your kind of feelings of your physical and mental, emotional state just be expanded. then as you lay here for another few moments, just always remember the intelligence of your body, your intuition. And then as we leave this class, just a reminder to nourish yourself, water, meal. Give one more breath. Cleansing exhale, let it go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hug knees. Roll to the left again. Fetal position. And then have a seat. Sit up tall, stack the spine. Inhale a full breath in. Exhale out. Inhale, circle the arms up above. Connect at the top. Hands to heart with so much gratitude. Ending our practice from my heart to yours. Namaste. Thank you all so much. I hope you feel stretched out and wonderful. See you guys. Make sure to drink lots of water. Observe. Oh, thank you so much. Good. Observe how you're feeling. Tell me about it. I want to know circulation wise. Alrighty, guys. Thank you.